I think Bangla is such a sweet language.
সব বুঝতে পারো ইয়ামির সামনে কিন্তু কেউ বাংলায় ঝগড়া করবে না
जिम्मेदारी কোথায় any good shot এই मैडम ने अच्छा shot दिया है चमचम लाओ और मिष्टी दही लाओ
Prasenjit Chatterjee is very fond of you. He's your big fan.
Dada reached out to me. I think it was very sweet of him.
নমস্কার সংবাদ প্রতিদিন .in এর দর্শকদের স্বাগত আমার সঙ্গে আজকে খুব স্পেশাল একজন আছে আমার খুব ফেভারিট অভিনেত্রী ইয়ামি গৌতম Hi Yaami, welcome to Calcutta.
Thank you so much and thank you for this such a sweet introduction.
Okay.
I'm your favorite actor.
Yes, I really like you a lot.
Thank you so much.
So you're playing a journalist for the first time. Her name is
Vidhi Sahani.
Vidhi Sahani. So tell me how it is like to that other side which we have been doing all the day. What is the experience being in that space?
Hectic.
Okay.
I think emotionally very hectic. Of course, physically everyone works hard, everyone's running a certain life. But I think emotionally it's very challenging. It's quite a heavy job. And especially if you're doing it with utmost sincerity and utmost zeal like how Vidhi has, it can be challenging and can be dangerous at the same time. Okay. So that's what I felt.
Okay, so there is this character who get lost, a theatre activist, and you are on the other side looking for truth. So how frustrating it is when you have all the questions and no answers?
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is, and sometimes the more you dig deeper into a case, I'm assuming with something like this, there's so many things. I'm sure, especially I think when you are working in life or living a life with certain ideals, certain principles, you are flawed. We all are flawed, but at the core of it, you are a good person. You are someone who wants to be and reach out to people and be their voice who can't speak for themselves. So it can be there are a lot of ifs, there are a lot of whys, there are a lot of whats, there are a lot of oh my God, why? But that's life. That's everyday's life.
Aniruddha Rai Chaudhary, we fondly call him Tony Da. Yeah. So he's very fond of food and music. He shot in Calcutta. Tell me about it. Like how was it?
Oh God, I think Dada just needed an excuse. Any good shot, hey, madam ne acha shot diya hai, chom lao, or mishti doi lao, or jambu prawn aaj khayenge. We are going to change locations, and there was Mocambo on the way, or something like that. Dada loves his food, and so do I. And he even treated me with him and Indrani, these lovely wife. Both of them are brilliant hosts. They would get me, I don't know how many delicacies from home, thinking that I must be missing home cooked food, ghar ka khana. वो भी है, सब कुछ है. I've been pampered on this set.
Have you learned anything Bengali?
More than learning, I think I've started understanding it better.
Okay.
To an extent that even if two
সব
people
বুঝতে পারো
agar there are two people fighting also, no, I find it very amusing. I think Bangla is such a, I'm sure you've heard this before, people say it's such a sweet language that even if someone is talking with a frown, I'll just be like there's something so phonetically so musical about Bangla.
ইয়ামির সামনে কিন্তু কেউ বাংলায় ঝগড়া করবে না
जिम्मेदारी কোথায় and all those things. I picked up some really fixed words and I also made somebody believe that I know full Bangla by picking up some words and making a sentence out of it, and they believed. So
okay.
I think I'll have to just one more film and I think I'll be able to
I think
speak
Srijit
better.
Mukherjee's film going to be the next. And also, Prasenjit Chatterjee is very fond of you. He's your big fan.
Dada reached out to me. I think it was very sweet of him, very kind of him. He's so senior. He's such a great, of course, actor that he is. And when I got to know, I was just elated when he messaged me after a Thursday. And how sweet is that? How beautiful is that? Someone who's never met you, someone who's never, and reaches out to you, takes out the time and effort. I'm sure anyone in my shoes will feel special.
In this film, Lost, you have worked with very talented actors, and top of them, Pankaj ji is there. So, how was the experience? He played your Dadaji, right?
Nanu, yeah.
Nanaji.
Yeah,
so, how was that?
Oh, that was, I'm so grateful to Pankaj sir for accepting this role, and I was so happy. And then immediately I was nervous. I was like, oh, such a great actor, and you feel, I hope you don't mess up. But there was such a natural synergy between Pankaj ji and I, and all thanks to him, because he made me feel so comfortable, and I'm sure I have troubled him every day by discussing one film of his, that sir, I watched that film, sir, I watched that film. Then he'll ask me, have you watched that film? No, I missed it. Watch that. And then I'll come back to hotel, even if it's at really late at night. Of course you're tired, but I would still try and watch it so that next day I can talk to him.
Tell me more about Lost. What is the biggest challenge playing a journalist shooting in Calcutta? And it's a very intense character. I saw the trailer.
Dada said, I want you to be really natural. I want you to walk in the room and no one should be able to tell, oh, you're a reporter. Because in real life, that's not how it happens. Unless, of course, I know that you're going to be walking in.
Yeah.
No one projects that, look, I'm here to fight for you. Right. To be as normal, as natural as possible. So that was very, very interesting. He said there's going to be no high-speed shots, no such things, you walking in the crowd. It's very natural. The camera is just following you. And so that was very interesting, that how can it be different? We've seen investigative dramas before, we've seen journalists before. But are we following any cliche path? Are we doing the same what you've done? I don't think so. I, of course, rest you decide when you watch the film. But it was interesting.
And you seem to be very connected with your sister, because I saw many posts, you're doing each other's makeup and everything.
Oh God.
So, like, is she your best friend, or Aditya is your best friend, your husband? Like,
I think my entire family. I'm not kidding. My mother, Aditya, Surili, my brother. There's some conversations I have with my father. We're very close. I would call them my best friends, and that's my best way to, what you say, rejuvenate or recalibrate, or my vacation. They're all in one package. And now, of course, added to the list is Sebang, my nephew.
Nephews,
and
very cute.
Thank you. Yeah. So I think my family is my best friend.
Okay, so after Uri, when can we see Aditya directing you? Like,
I can tell you when you can see us collaborate, and it's very soon. We've just finished a film where he's the producer and the writer of the film. It's a film called Dhoom Dham. It has Pratik Gandhi and myself as leading the film, and it's a caper comedy kind of a zone. Again, something which you've not seen. I won't say it's just me perform, but even as a film, I think it'll be something interesting, something different.
আমরা বিধি মানে ইয়ামির সাথে অনেক আড্ডা দিলাম, এরকম আরও অনেক আড্ডার সাক্ষী থাকতে হলে চোখ রাখুন সংবাদপ্রতিদিন.in এ এবং আমাদের ফেসবুক পেজ এবং ইউটিউব চ্যানেলে। ক্যামেরায় শুভ্র রূপের সঙ্গে আমি বিদিশা।